From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the New Orleans Saints. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And Josh Hill has it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Going for the deep ball. Got a man open, it's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
second down. Here's Taylor. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Taylor. And Tate's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Z. Ready. 319. 319.
Play action, it's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. They go play action with Taylor. And that is incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week. And so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Oh, the spin. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Looking long for time. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 51 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
21, hey, yellow wave.
Here's Breeze. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Ready. Yellow waiting. 0-2.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's Taylor to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, it's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Breeze on third down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now here's Ross. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Taylor on first down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, Taylor. And Green with a catch left side. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Mixon with first down carry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. To throw on 2nd down. Taylor. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
You waiting?
Breeze now on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready? Yellow lady? Get set, get set.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, it's Taylor. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Taylor now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Got his man. It's Eifert. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Easy.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on first down, Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Taylor. Looking to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Taylor now on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Caught on the left side by Gibb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Ross on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel
nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Taylor. He's got his man here. It's Green. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
To throw is Taylor. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw again is Taylor. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former 1st-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. A strong running. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Taylor will throw. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Green's got it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
To throw, it's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Slow.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 42. On first down, Breeze. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the blitz does come. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. You just got through saying a moment ago someone was going to need to step up and force a turnover. Not only a turnover, but 6 points.
Yeah, think about it from the defense's perspective. How do you take the ball away, and can you convert it into points? Didn't even have to rely on their offense. They did it all on their own.
And now this defense will be coming right back on the field, and still more work to do trailing. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Huff to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Brees going to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready. We're waiting. 21. Under.
Now Brees. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow lady. 21. 13. Got it.
To throw is Brees. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Now a desperation throw, deep depth. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Brees is looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Monday, ready. Yellow lady.
Back to throw, Brees. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Saints on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. Breeze to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. One last shot for Taylor. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.